All right, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Let me call Dr. Enqi and let him know that I'm live right now. Hold on, this is gonna be a a good conversation. A good conversation. Where you at, Enqi? Don't get scared on me. Calling Dr. Enqi. Oh, okay. That's me calling you. You in the building.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to fix my camera, but my camera was yeah.
Oh man, you ain't playing. Okay.
Yeah, my camera
Let
was.
me call 10 toes down. Yo, did you let your people know?
Oh, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop it up.
Did you see the flyer earlier?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. That was crack.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah. We waiting on you to enter the building. The link is in the chat. Pinned at the top.
this on Sonetta Studios, right?
No. Just
No,
we on the HOK Coliseum. Just put in
Oh, I don't
HOK.
see that.
Put in. You're live right now. Everybody can hear you.
no,
Put in HOK Coliseum. Say that again.
it's on House of Consciousness.
It's on the HOK and the Debate Coliseum. We on both channels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I see it over here.
All
I
right, there
got
you
it.
go. Click on it, hit that link, and we on.
All right, cool. I got you.
All right, here we go.
The HOK Debate Coliseum.
Hey, yo, Enqi,
Yeah.
come on, man. When you gonna do a song for me, man, with this great music you be having, bro? Why I gotta keep asking you, man?
I'm
Come on.
slacking. I'm slipping. I'm
No,
slipping.
man, I see.
Nah, that's for sure. I'm definitely slipping. I gotta my little brother been on me to make some music too lately. I just haven't been, you know what it is? I've been focused so much on writing the books that
Yeah,
that's what I've been, we're trying to push this. We're trying to push this forward. That's what is one of the things I'm getting ready to talk to 10 toes about, because I be hearing a lot of people online having, fighting, boxing. I challenge you to a fighting, boxing. I'm like, I want to challenge and see if people going to start reading to their kids. And I got a lot of things I need to talk to 10 about when it comes
all
to
right.
these.
I want you to know that we are live. We are live, everybody. And the people that's on the HOK, I need y'all to come on over to the Debate Coliseum, because this is where it's going down at, right over here. The HOK will not be up. So y'all better come on over right now. Let me drop that link. Drop the link in the chat so that y'all know where to be. And it's over here on the Debate Coliseum. All right. The link is in the chat. Hit that link right there. Come on into the Debate Coliseum. Hit the Debate Coliseum. This is where we getting it in at. Not on the HOK.
Let me ask you a question while we waiting. Did you hear about
You
Stephon
know
Marbury?
we live. We live. I want you to know that.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, did you hear about Stephon Marbury?
Nah. What's going on?
He said that LeBron didn't deserve the MVP.
No, I disagree with him on that.
Yeah,
I
LeBron led.
disagree with him. LeBron, it was because of LeBron that they won the whole thing. Steph came in later on and did his thing, but LeBron is the one that carried them there, bro. You know they could have lost 3 games if it wasn't for LeBron.
That's a fact.
Come on, man. And I like LeBron, but I'm a Knicks fan. I love my Knicks, but I gotta give it up. I gotta give credit to where it is, you know? But Stephen Curry, yes, he came through at the last game, but LeBron carried them all the way to the end.
Yeah.
So come on, man. I disagree with Stephon Marbury on that.
Yeah, and he led the team in every category.
Yeah.
Rebounds, assists, percentage.
Okay, we got my man 10 Toes in the building, and we're about to set this thing off. First, let me let y'all know we got 2 hip hoppers in the building too. 2 MCs, man. Maybe you and Enqi should hit a verse real quick to show who's superior. Because I already know 10 Toes gonna smack you up on his joint, Enqi. So we got 2 battle rappers in the building too. Did you know that, Enqi, that he was a battle rapper?
I mean, he's from the era, you know what I'm saying? So it's possible to be in his bag, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I ain't heard nothing. You know, I don't know what.
All right, smack him up real quick, Enqi, with something. Make him come out his bag. Go ahead, Enqi.
Nah. We gotta do a separate show.
That's a separate show, Sod. You always trying to start something, man.
10 Toes, smack him up. Make Enqi come out. Make him come out.
You know what? I think I might have remembered him doing something on 125th before that. You caught a little piece of something on 125th back in the day.
Yeah, that was back in the day. That was an old joint I did on 25th.
Okay, let me get this thing started. Let me let y'all hear real hip hop. In effect, real hip hop. Eat your food, 10 Toes. We going through this right here. Debate Coliseum, we in the building.
Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me? Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me? Stepper with a cane and top had to match. A Lord of Ice, supreme ruler, that's right in his act. Double or nothing, 2 for 1. That's how I'm coming. Do the math and do the knowledge. I'm March 100. And I stay reppin' at 5. Who wanna see me live? Got a murder man vibe. Bodies in my archive. When I up my source, just up the score cause it's a rap. And I be that morph. You gon' remember he was cap called blabber lacking in his babble. Ran down on him. The real driller from Manila. I stood over homie. I took his feds. He was fake and he was false flag. And I'm here to rep that right way. And I'ma keep spazzing. Behind my people I stand on business. Yeah, I'm crashing out. And if you cross my golden path, yeah, I'm flashing out. Got a bucket list of future bodies in my inventory. My peer reviews are undisputed. You can keep the glory. Every appeal to authorities just to cry for help. And intellectual cowards, they die 1,000 deaths. Who really want it with me? I stay war ready. Round for round, got 100 slides. Who wanna test me? Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me? Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me? Godfather green light, I'ma whack 'em all. It's time to clean up the platform and tax 'em all. Know it like you owe it, the elders sent me for it. Retaliation is a must and that canopus bogus. It's pseudo killer be killed when I'm in the battlefield. They say steel sharp and steel, my real isn't real. Yeah, this that simmer talk and I'm ready to drill. Train to go and fully equipped to break that Roman seal. Grinding the powder and get power to the masses. If it's smoke, then it's smoke, I'ma get axed. Tell them come with it. Done did it, we split it, they can all get it. I got 7 deadly venoms, been sick with it. I can behead them in public and still get acquitted. I put in work on house niggas and tell them I hit them. I'm that runaway slave they wanna capture. I took the whip from his hand and punished master. He's just another widow son of a bastard. I wage war on infidels and call them Kafirs. It's Sonetta to give me that card in your chapter. Knowledge is power, test mine and I'ma smash it. Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me? Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me?
Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop talking when I'm putting my sound effects. effects on. I'm saying for a reason. You see that young champion, the future champ in the building, God damn it. He ain't afraid to pop up in this month, huh? He ain't afraid. Y'all playing yourself.
That's right.
Yeah, but you talk that talk. The man didn't ask you nothing about what's important. He's asking you, he's challenging you to do so. He ain't asking y'all, is it important? Y'all was talking that bungo shit. The man popped up. He's challenging y'all. Right, let's go. Cam up, 10 toes. Let's go. Cam up, 10 toes. Calling on 10 toes. Let's cam up. Okay, so here we are. Enqi called me early in the morning, man. He said, yo, sir, I don't like what 10 toes is putting down. He put down that the reason why New York is losing or something like that. This is why New York is losing. Enqi was offended by that, by the information. He said, I need to talk to 10 toes. I hit 10 toes up. Now, me knowing 10 toes, he don't run from no smoke. He run to the goddamn smoke. 10 toes automatically said, yo, I'm ready. I'm with it. Now, this is 10 toes' first debate on the Coliseum, on the HOK. So this is legend. 10 toes, have you let your people know where you're going to be at? Did you let them know?
They're in the background. On the background.
Okay, so I'm going to give each of you brothers 5 minutes because I think the people want to hear y'all go back and forth. And then y'all going to have a chance to cross-examine each other where you cross-examine, interrogation each other. You know what I'm saying? Put on the hot seat. So being that Enqi, you is challenging 10 toes down, you will be going first to challenge what he's talking about. Why New York is losing. You got 5 minutes. The time will start. No, you got 2 minutes in your opening. This is your opening to let the people know why you challenging him. And then 10 toes will have his 2 minutes of opening on why he feel is right. And then we're going to get into the rounds. Let's go, Enqi. You got 2 minutes in your opening. Unmute yourself, brother.
There you go. It's very simple. I seen 10 Toes put up a video today, and I'm sure he didn't delete the video. Video's still up. Go check out the video. The video is titled Why New York is Losing. And in this video, 10 Toes proceeds to blame everybody for New York losing except himself. And I called Sai this morning to let Sai know the reason that New York is losing is because of 10 Toes. It's because of Hassan. It's because of Zip. It's because of 050. When the scholars, the people on the internet that actually teach the babies, took a back seat to the paperwork parties, to the snitching videos, to the who did more years in prison, make their argument more authentic, to the when our priorities got misaligned that way. When people began to think that Hassan Campbell was the OG of all of the platforms on YouTube, instead of House of Consciousness, instead of that root from the Black Panthers and Khalid Muhammad, those are the things that contributed to New York losing. That's the reason why New York is taking the L right now, because the principles is upside down.
All right, 10 Toes, you got 2 minutes to explain what is it that you really mean when you say this, and then we're going to get into the rounds with Dr. Enqi. Time will start when you're ready. Unmute yourself, brother.
All right, well, first of all, when I say New York is losing, I don't mean New York as a whole, as the city, the Big Apple. We're not losing when it comes to how we stand up in reference to if it's government, if it's whatever it is. I say we are losing when it comes to this YouTube thing, and all of these brothers are out here, and because majority of the dudes that's on the YouTube channel are from New York. And when I say majority of the dudes, I'm talking about the dudes from that section, the dirty section. They named it the dirty section. So Enqi, you put me part of that section, saying you're all in the same barrel, in which I believe I'm not part of that section. They promote prison. That's what they promote. They promote violence. They promote hate, and they promote destruction. When it comes to Hassan Campbell, his mission was sexual assault, molestation, and all this stuff that people been through. When I first came out, my mission was, what have you done for your community? Him and 2 other YouTubers. I'm not even going to say their names, but they were big. They was like the main big 3 YouTubers. So when I came out the gate, asking, what have you guys done for your community? Because you're claiming to get all of this money. You're claiming to do all of these things within the community. It's only one person that proved to me that he does work in the community, and that was King Erna. And I got that through Sanetta. Sanetta made the call and linked me and King Erna. King Erna got me somewhere to go and look, and I looked and seen everything that he did on the in his community and other communities. So I respect that. I fell back from him. I never made a video about him. I never came at nobody, came at him since I've been on YouTube. Everything that I do on YouTube is about accountability, and I go off of what you say. If you say something out your mouth and you're not living it, and that's not and you're not showing it in actions, I'm going to be held.
What?
I'm going to attack.
What more
All right,
can I
all right.
say?
Time. Now, Enqi, you are on 5 minutes. This is your first round. Let's get it. Do you have any slides, or do you just going straight off the head? I can't hear you, brother.
Straight off the head. Straight off the head. Pause.
All right, let's go. Pause. Yes, pause. Time will start when you're ready, brother.
All right. So here's my response to that. And I don't even know if I'll use the whole 5 minutes to respond to that specifically, but my response to that would be, in your videos, just like the rest of the brothers, like, we hear the words doing things in the community. Now, when it comes to King Erna, me and King Erna had some exchanges about CMOS, because he was undereducated about the CMOS. And so we had but I still got, brothers in Philly with boots on the ground. And, they was like probably pretty similar to what you had discovered when you, checked what King Erna's doing offline. And so I kind of fell back off of King Erna as well. You know what I'm saying? But because he is trying to do a lot of things in the community, community-wise. But what I'm saying is when you attempt to separate yourself from 050 the movement, Harlem Legend, Hassan Campbell, Zip with the Drip, if if we were to take a poll and we were to ask people, how do they know you on the internet? 90% of the people would say they know you from moments of beefing with Hassan Campbell, or beefing with Zip, or beefing with whatever. I forgot his name, but the guy in Brooklyn, y'all supposed to have a celebrity boxing match. These are the things that you're known for. And what I'm saying is I would like to challenge you to 100 push-ups a day. I would like to see you use your influence to get Bimmy to join our challenge to do 100 push-ups a day. I would like to see you use your influence to get Math Hoffa to join our challenge to do 100 push-ups a day. I would like to see you do something online, and not just you. I'm only saying you because I'm speaking to you, but I would like to see Hassan Campbell. Like, for instance, I know a lot of these guys use medication. They on different medications, like their health is not there. Right? These are the things that we should actively be doing. Like, we're not changing the youth because we're not changing their minds, because we're not changing their bodies. We got to teach the babies, like, the things that we're using as status markers in these conversations is foolishness. We listen in the Clubhouse where people get into arguments and they validate the argument. Oh, well, I did 15 years in jail, so I know what I'm talking about. Nah, you ain't do nothing. I did 20 years. And in the reality, because I come from an authentic family. I'm the person out of my bloodline that decided to change and go in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? But my pops was big with heroin. You know, my cousin Cavario started the Don Diva and did some other things. So, like, I went the other way. I decided to go the other way after, you know. So what I'm saying is, I know when people, you know, like, just, it's a lot of bravado for the internet. If you in prison and you got 5, 10, 15, 20 years, chances are you're going to do things while you're in prison to survive and make your life comfortable in prison that other people may not approve of. But most of the people approving have never been in these environments or have never had family members in these environments. So the judgmental shit that goes on online is mostly just entertainment. What I'm saying is we now have a culture where most of the people is illiterate, like they cannot read. We have a culture now where men are getting fake penises because their penises don't work. Women cannot have orgasms, not because something, whatever they man, whatever, but because their vagina don't work. You got celebrity, you know, you got people like John Legend, for instance. You know what I'm saying? And respectfully, no disrespect to John Legend, but John Legend and a lot of these people, they're eating organic salads, right? They're eating organic salads, but they having GMO babies, meaning because women's vaginas is no longer fertile, they can't have natural babies. They got to have an IVF baby. The women that can have babies, they can't breastfeed no more because their breasts don't work. Men getting fake penises because their penis don't work, and the Viagra stops working after 3, 4, 5 years. So now they got to get an implant. Like, it's a
All right. Thank you, Brother Enqi. Thank you, Dr. Enqi. We got 10 Toes Down up next. Time will start when you ready, when you start speaking, bro.
All right. The first thing you opened up when it came to King Erna, you said that he was undereducated. So, being that he was undereducated, meaning that he was ignorant to the facts when it came to sea moss. So it was you, the elders, to teach him about the sea moss and educate him. So I find that a lot of you brothers will point out the negative in the things that we suffer from as Black people, period, opposed to showing what did you do to help teach him and to educate him. And then you said 90% of the people will say, I'm known for battling dirty, or whatever you said, something about battling back and forth for Hassan Campbell, they would associate me with them. 90%. Where you get that number from? 90%. How about 30%? How about 7%? Where you get this percentage from? You know why? That's because you putting it to your own person. You put it to your own personal reasons and how you view it. But that's not a lot of people that follow me and on my channel. If you look at all of my comment section, none of it is about battling or nothing. They all speak about me holding people accountable and showing them to do better and how to do better. Also, you said that a lot of these guys is on medication and to teach these babies. I done did shows about medication and the different effects of medication. I done did shows about HIV and AIDS and promiscuity and how the disease is spread and all of that. I even did things about cancer. I did shows about credit cards, how to build your credit for those brothers that's coming home. I done did things for brothers that came home from prison, got them jobs and helped them. So my shit is totally different from them because none of them have done that ever. I've been on here for 4 years. And out of the 4 years that I've been up here, I've done way more than all of them put together because none of them did it. And you spoke about serving time. That's just what it is. A lot of them guys went to prison and all they did was serve time. None of them educated themselves. None of them took time to reflect. None of them learned about why they even in prison. The difference with me and them is that I knew why I was in it and I was making the decisions that I made. I never said it was a mistake. They all say they went to prison because of a mistake. I didn't go. I went to prison because I made a bad choice. I learned about my criminal thinking and criminal behaviors and how not to commit crime again. I don't promote crime. I don't promote gang banging. If you see me up there and they speaking about prison, I'm up there shooting it down. And any video that you see me speak about prison, I'm telling you the harsh realities of prison without uplifting it. You got dudes up here from the names you said, China Brim, Zip with the Drips, and all of them. Them dudes said jail is fun. They said jail is fun. I battled that. I challenged them on that, and nobody said nothing. But the thing is this, right? You here blaming us and blaming all the people that came after y'all, Sonetta, you, the Israelites, all the elders. You put all of y'all, so I'm gonna put all y'all in one bucket. I'm gonna put all y'all in one bucket and say, I've been on here 4 years. Where the hell you been at all these years? I've been battling and going back and forth. Dudes is online right now, live, talking about 10 Toes Down and how I lost against Whack 100 and all this other stuff. When I promote, my promotion is, yo, listen, I'm the one that started that fighting thing. Let's stop beefing on this internet, put the gloves on and show these babies how we used to do back in the days. We could box it out in the gym and then we could hug and shake after it's over and we could become brothers and nobody make no more videos after that, no more. I'm the reason why Sonetta started even talking back to Hassan Campbell. I brought them together when you see them up in Bronx River. I'm the one that did that. I'm the one that went when they was getting that Fat Joe with the fake paperwork. I'm the one that went to the federal building. I went to the precinct. I went everywhere, got his name cleared out. I'm the one, when it comes to paperwork, I want it to be authentic. I do my research and do everything. Though they try to push me and shoot it down because I'm coming with positivity. The ones who so Enqi, you say that you watch everything that's going on. Did you ever see me together with them on a channel promoting the same thing? Whenever you see me on a channel, they shooting at me. They getting at me. I'm the one that they shooting the missiles at. You never see me with nobody else ever getting at them. It's always me by myself. That's why I'm 10 toes down. And you said, what else was it? Yeah, that's another thing you just did. Like y'all be doing the elders. Y'all will start from one thing, and we talking about why New York is losing. Then you went off course and start talking about fruits and berries and vaginas and all this other shit. That ain't got nothing to do why New York is losing in reference to New York. These New York guys up here.
All right, Dr. Enqi. Let's go. Second round. Time will start when you're ready. Unmute yourself.
So here's my response to that. Your wording, right? You would like to word things as you're holding people accountable, but the content of you holding people accountable is not really different than somebody else who would say exposing. So like you might feel like you're holding Zip accountable or you're holding Hassan accountable, but it's the same as an exposing video. I'm going to expose that such and such did this. They're going to get offended. They're going to feel disrespected. They're going to shoot back at you. You're going to shoot back at them. You can't get away from it. Listen, I've done it. So when you say that we're the elders in terms of the YouTube platforms and all that, I got to wear that because we done went back and forth, exposing each other, doxing each other, all of those things. And what I'm saying is it hasn't got anybody anywhere, and bad news travels faster than good news. So although you may have done a couple of shows about, you know, credit or this or that, I think I might even seen you do a show about jobs or employment or something to that, or brothers coming out of prison. But overall, what you're like right now, if anybody taps into the algorithms, the thing they're talking about is whether Zip, you attempted to hold Zip accountable because from your perspective, he snitched on somebody that Shine tried to cut him, but he didn't cut him because the knife wasn't sharp enough. And Wax said that wasn't good enough for snitching, and you said that definitely qualified for snitching from your era. What I'm saying is that whole line of conversation, that airwave space, right? And when you said that it don't got nothing to do with what I was saying, and you reduced what I was saying to fruits, berries, vegetables, etc. It has everything to do with what I'm talking about, because a healthy body, it creates a healthy mind. So we gotta get to the babies to the point where conflict resolution, conflict management, how we handle our disagreements. First of all, before we teach our babies how to use their fists, we need to teach them how to develop their mind. That's where the problem is coming in at. The young men don't know how to use their mind, so they go to their hands, and when their hands don't work, they go to a knife or a gun. The young women don't know how to use their mind, so they trying to get through life with their body, right? And what I'm saying is we're losing our minds because we're not taking care of our bodies. This is why the mental health issues is going up. Most of the violence on the street it could be attributed, a lot of it, to mental health issues. Most of the violence in the street can be attributed to people not knowing how to communicate. That starts at home. We have a large problem with illiteracy right now going on. People in the community don't have past a 4th or 5th grade reading level. A lot of these tough guys on the internet that's talking about having boxing matches, they are scared to read out loud from a book on the internet. A lot of these niggas would be scared to read out loud from a book on the internet. So what I'm saying is we got to start promoting generational health. We got to start tapping into real science once again. When the science and the scholarship and raising our babies and look, I'm not just blaming the quote unquote dirty section, because obviously I'm in the chat rooms. I'm a fan. I watch the shows and the drama and I'm hip to the math hoffa and I'm just saying, along with all that, I'm not saying even to necessarily cut all that, because that's how people eating and beefing online is better than beefing on. Like I get all those things, but I'm saying it has to be some sort of balance. When we got 3 out of 5 people with diabetes, right? When we got people having Alzheimer's and dementia in their 30s, when the babies, when our daughters no longer can make babies on their own, so they got GMO babies. Like you got men that they penis don't work, they're using pills. After the pills stop working, they getting surgery. So when the penises and vagina, like what I'm saying is we at an all-time crisis. When vaginas no longer work, penises no longer work, and mothers can't breastfeed their babies, like it has to be something to draw the line. And if we have influence, right?
Right, 10 toes going into your second round. Let's go. Time will start when you're ready.
All right, like I said, right, I deal with accountability, but you said that it's the same as exposing. My accountability is the same as exposing. No, accountability is only taking responsibility, ownership, and choices of your actions, right? If you claiming, if you did 10, 15, 20 years in prison, and you come on this internet and you say, yo, I'm here to save the youth, the babies, and this and that. My accountability is going to be, you got to show the work that you're doing. You saving the youth. I want to hear how you speak to these youth and how you helping change them, and the change that you're making, and how many people have you helped so far. Opposed to these guys, they coming up here. Zip with the Drip is coming up here, and he's claiming he lived by a code. He's gangster, tough. When I was in jail, I held it down. I was this, I was that. You know what I do? I hold you accountable according to your code. You live by the streets? Oh, you gangster? You live by the code? Okay, so here we go. Let me teach these babies that these dudes is not living by that. He was up north. Yeah, he said he was a gangster. He was messing with a fag up north. Oh, he said he was tough up north. No, he wasn't. Blue Boy put a knife on his gate, told him to come out, and he said he ain't coming out. He said that out of his own mouth. I play the videos on what they say. He said he got it on with Ashine. Ashine tried to cut him. He said he told the police what happened. He said when he was on Rikers Island, dudes beat him up. He said he told the police everything. In my mind, homeboy, you know what you're doing? You setting the stage for your little punk ass to be seen and to be put on blast.
No profanity, y'all.
Okay, so you putting yourself to be put out there as this so-called tough guy, but you really not about that life, man. Because he says it himself. Every story that you hear from Zip with the Drip, he's either getting beat up or backing down from some type of fight. Then you said healthy body, working out. Do you know that every Sunday I got my truck? I got over 300 pounds of weight in there. I drive around, I go live and tell people, yo, who ready to work out? I do that on Sundays. Apparently, you don't be watching my videos. Go to my channel and look on Sundays. I'm out there in the streets driving around. Where you at? I tell them I'm not going all the way this far. I'm only doing this amount of distance. I'm doing the Bronx and Harlem. I'm doing the Bronx and Harlem today. Or I'm doing Queens today. I'm doing Brooklyn. I'm out there on that health tip. Also, you said that if these guys is coming out here, right, and they still claiming gangs. I just seen a whole video with Mikey B and all these brothers up here, and they said we're gonna do history of Bloods and all this other stuff. Yeah, I was the GF, I was the big homie, I held it down, and this and that. I'm gonna hold you accountable according to what you're speaking about. You in a gang, you tough, you still want to show that as history, you misguiding these children. So I'm gonna hold you accountable based on what you're saying. That's why I say when I point one finger at you, it's 3 pointing at me. Hold me accountable 3 times more than what I'm saying to you. And everything that I'm saying to you, I'm just bringing the facts to you. It's not about exposing nobody, though it is exposed. I want to expose the facts. I want to expose the facts on you and hold you accountable. And my whole thing is this: stop lying, stop playing like you tough. And stop playing like you're really some street guy when really that's not you. You are really suffering from poor impulse control. You had no sense of direction. You was dehumanizing people. You was out here in these streets robbing and stealing, killing. What about them? What about having some empathy for your victims? Hassan Campbell, yeah, I'm up here for a body, this and that. Real killers don't talk like that. I don't talk like that. You think I'm gonna get up here and talk like that? You will never hear me talk negative, nothing about my case or no crime or nothing. All right. You said let's promote generational health. I could go to a video and show you where I said that myself. It's generational health. I got videos, I even got sayings where I say health is wealth. I say forget money, let's deal with the health. Money don't matter. It's billionaires out there. They might die tomorrow. They would trade everything to have your health as a black man. Also, doing what they're doing. How many times I came to these brothers on these platforms and said, let's unite, brother? 10 Toes Down is known for saying, you know what? I just got a video I did 3 weeks ago. I said, I apologize to all y'all. Harlem Legend, Zip with the Drip. I apologize to all of them. I said, yo, I don't want no smoke, y'all. I'm not going to make no more videos about y'all. I'm done with it, man.
I seen.
That's right. I want to unite. And I've been saying unite from the day when I came in. Bimmy even tried to do it. Bimmy said, look, I got a billionaire that's behind me that's going to build studios for everybody. And we're going to come together and we're going to do this. And he put all the beautiful stuff on it. And none of these dudes wanted to do it. So what am I supposed to do? Just continue sitting back and letting them talk negative and build this negative image in these kids? See, you don't know where I work at. So where I work at, when I go in there, these kids is talking that talk. And they talking about it. And they think they're really ready for it. And when I show them the reality of it, they like, oh, wow, damn.
Oh man, Enqi, this is your last and final 5 minutes, brother. I want to see where we got to get to this topic here. Maybe we'll get to the topic in the fire round. But the topic, remember, this is why New York is losing. Let's go, Enqi. Time will start when you're ready.
Again, okay, so we can start the time now. Although I'm challenging the statement of why New York is losing. So I'm challenging his reasoning. His reasoning is that New York is losing because of, you know, the Zips, the Hassans, etc. But in that video, he never included himself. So what I'm saying is you are a part of the Zips, the Hassans, the 050, the movements. And yes, I seen the video where you said you was apologizing to everybody and blah, 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 blah. But then you came on Math Hoffa video with Soul B and Bimmy, and y'all shot at everybody that you said you was squashing the beef with, right? He went right up there on the Math Hoffa show, and literally all hell broke loose after that show. So one thing I can't take away from you, and even the people that would be your ops on the internet would say, is that you're very good with words. You're very good with controlling the flow of conversation. You're very good with response and rebuttal. Even when the people watching know better than what you're saying, you have a way with words to manipulate what people are hearing. What I'm saying is, with these platforms, and maybe I haven't seen everything that you've been doing, because I got to give props. If you driving around with the portable gym with the weights, I gotta take an L on that. That's. But what I'm saying is driving around to random YouTube folks might not be the way. If you sitting in the barbershop, see, this is why I'm saying with the 100 push-ups, I'm challenging you to join this challenge of ours where we do the push-ups and then post it online. So what I'm saying is I would like to see you get the people that you have influence with that have influence on others. Like, for instance, being a naturopathic doctor, I know that Math Hoffa got health problems. So I would like to see you get Math Hoffa working out. I could look at Bimmy body and see Bimmy got health problems. I would like to see you getting Bimmy working out. These are the things that I'm talking about. I want to see the tough guys demonstrate fatherhood. And even if they don't have children, they don't realize that when you have influence over men that are your peers, you still have influence over the babies, even if you never directly speak to them, because you're influencing their father, their uncle, their big brother, even the big homies from the neighborhood. So by us showing reading with children, by us showing, but changing the narrative, I think that's how we begin to put New York back in its proper light and proper perspective, because New York was known for the gods. New York was known always for being the thought leaders. New York was always known for teaching them babies, the 5%ers, the Nation of Islam popped in Detroit and Chicago, but the conversations that went around the world from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So when that gets restored, when we put things back in a proper perspective, then everything will fall in line. But as it is now, New York only is being overlooked in certain conversations because certain conversations are not being had and put to the forefront. And it's not about people not doing the work. Shit, I underestimated you doing the work, contributing to people with the health and driving around with your truck on the weekends to try to get people to work out. But 7 days a week, I'm over here rocking. 7 days a week, Sonetta's over here rocking. And it's 1,000 platforms that Sonetta done started. Yes, you know, Sonetta can be the God and the devil at the same time, because at the same time as he started a bunch of scholarship platforms, he started Hassan Campbell and, you know, yeah. So, but what I'm saying is we doing the work. And that has to go back to the forefront of what the online community is. And that's not going to happen until people with influence start putting things in the proper perspective. Now, in my line of work, people come to me when the doctors can't help them anymore, right? But we got to prioritize that and cut that off and start to get back into a space where we're extending these lifespans. We got people getting...
All right, your last and final round. 10 toes. It's on you, brother.
All right, let me say something. That wasn't my only first apology to anybody. I apologized long ago, but I made it a big apology because I put everybody's name in one bucket together. But I made videos apologizing to Zip with the Drip, though he doesn't deserve an apology. But I said, you know what? When you're dealing with so-called men that are just boys and with the same mentality that I had before I even went in, sometimes you're going to have to softly feed them. And then sometimes when they act stupid, you got to shove it in their mouth and say, shut up. That's why I do the things that I do. After I apologized to them, before I went on Math Hoffa show, they still was making videos about me. When I went on the Math Hoffa show, I didn't say nothing that I said in the past already. Everything I said, nothing was new under the sun. Everything that I said. And I didn't say nothing so concerning to make them be in their feelings. So guess what happened? The reason why it went haywire and everybody went crazy is because Math Hoffa platform is such a big platform that they use that to get views. See, when it comes to them, everything is about views. When it comes to 10 toes, I don't care about the views. I make videos. I don't even care about a view. I've been on YouTube for 2 years. I didn't get paid a dime. I didn't, no monetization, nothing. Because that wasn't my focus. I was just following Sonetta and just trying to get inside the light and hopefully that I could make a change. Come to this side, the street side. He did with the knowledgeable side, right? So being that you want to put me in the bucket with all of them, I'm going to put you in the bucket with Brother Polite. You and him in the same bucket.
Whoa.
Y'all talk the same talk, did the same thing with no goddamn results because at the end, look what happened to him. Look where he at. Why did he end up doing that? Where was Brother Enqi for that? Like I said, I've been on here for 4 years. Where you was at? Why you not backing me up, helping me fight this battle? You know why? Because now I guess you see some type of light that you could get shined on you from this side where I'm at. And you're going to use that. So you want brothers to do push-ups and come unite in a challenge opposed to saying, I can push up right now. We are in danger. It's wartime mentally. We got to unite. What push-up gonna help us? We got to come together. And that's what I say. Let's come together. Let's show these people that, you know what, we can sit on one platform as a group, as a community, knowing that I could sit next to Zip or so-and-so could sit next to me, and we had one of the most heated arguments. And we could hash it out like that. Then let's get into the workout and all these other things. But before that, I don't think no working out and challenging all that is going to save us. I think we need to unite. And that's what we've been failing at. Not only over here on the House of Consciousness and the conscious community as well. Also, my journey since I've came home, I did everything I was supposed to do and I didn't go back. These dudes done went back, came back out, winning, came out. Also, just because they got free doesn't mean they came out of prison. They still locked up mentally because all you hear them do is talk about jail. What video have you seen any of them make? And it's not about prison. I don't make videos all about prison. When I go at them, holding them accountable, I'm only speaking prison because that's what they spoke about. They speak about incidents, what's going on in there, and I give people the reality of it. These dudes is fronting. They was in jail crying, holding their pillow, just like I was. They was wearing different masks. They really not tough because when they went on the visit floor, they was daddy, they was son, they was uncle, niece, nephew, aunt, whatever it was. They was down there crying. Get out of here. You really ain't tough. I'm not part of that lifestyle, man. I don't talk about how tough it was in prison. I could have came up here like Hassan asked me to. Yo, give them jail stories, this and that. I could have been up here. I was up north, yo. I was blood, man. I had this dude pop off on this dude. I could have did all of that. I don't do that. You can't put me in the bucket with them because that's what time they on. I'm not on that time. I come from the House of Consciousness. That's where I come from. I come from the House of Consciousness. You're going to put me with them people? I'm not part of that community. Also, like I said, you are the elder. You're the doctor. You are the Enqi real. So we got all this shit from you then, right? We got all this debating, like you said, and doxing and all this other stuff. Who we get it from? We get it from you. So let's go to the root of it. How did it start? How did we even know we could do all of this stuff? How we know about YouTube? How we know all that? Because Dr. Enqi. That's who I'm going to blame it on. I'm going to put you in there with Polite and all the rest of them and the other ones that did dumb crap. Yeah, you can't. Listen, we got on why New York is losing. New York is losing because it's a bunch of guys from New York on the YouTube channels promoting prison violence, gangs. You just see me do one on China Brim. He beat the girl up. Nobody made a video about that though. I got a whole video with the girl talking about how she got beat up by him.
Damn, it started getting good at your last round, bro. That was crazy. So Enqi and 10 Toes, y'all still have an opportunity to face off with each other. Enqi, I'm going to give you 10 minutes to ask any questions you want, because this is cross-examination. Shaft, you are required to answer all questions the best that you can. And Enqi, whenever you say I'm good in your answer, you got to move on. Vice versa, 10 Toes will be able to do the same to you. This is called cross-examination interrogation. You got 10 minutes to interrogate them. Let's go, Enqi. Time will start when you're ready.
First question. Do you believe Hassan Campbell's story?
No, sir.
Elaborate for us.
The reason why I don't believe the story because I'm the one that went and got him a lawyer. I have it on record. I played that part. Did you listen to that? I got the lawyer, had the lawyer on the phone, and he backed out. And this was before the deadline to where he was able to bring charges against Africa Bambaataa. And the lawyer said, even if he can't bring charges, we can hit him financially. Hassan said, yo, get somebody else to do it. Why don't get B. Stinger wanted him to do it? So that's why I believe it didn't happen.
Do you believe B. Stinger's story?
Yes, I do believe B. Stinger.
So how you believe B. Stinger, not Hassan Campbell?
Because the facts is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Look at B. Stinger. Look at him. That wasn't B. Stinger before. That messed him psychologically. He on all kind of medication. He twitching. And he doing all kind of stuff. That thing messed with him mentally.
So he's on medication because something affected him mentally. So you do understand that there's a connection between your physical health and your mental health. Yes or no?
Yeah, mentally you can make yourself sick physically.
What about physically you can make yourself sick mentally?
No.
Okay.
Because the mind controls the body. The body don't control the mind.
Okay. So you're not aware that diabetes is one of the largest contributing factors to Alzheimer's, dementia, and mental illness?
Yeah, I understand with diabetes. I do also understand about high blood pressure, right? And all of these different ailments, where do they come from? They come from the person. It comes from the person sitting down, eating, putting all of this garbage. Not just that. How about alcohol? How about people sitting down drinking and their liver go bad? Whose fault is that? Do we blame society? Or do we blame the person?
But I want to bring you to a certain space where, because I know that you understand certain dynamics, but you may not be putting them together. So if you understand the root cause of mental illness coming from physical, and even if you don't, you understand that when people have mental illness, they take medication. That medication has to be metabolized and digested in their body in order to affect their mind. Mm-hmm. So either way, the connection is the things that we do with our body affect the mind. Mm-hmm. Right. So changing the mental health starts with changing the physical health. It also starts with developing the mind. We have to develop the mind by the things that we consume. People don't read books anymore. So that's the same as not exercising the mind. The same way if we don't exercise our body gets fat and gets sick. The same thing happens with our mind. So my question to you is, in the same way as you feel like you have a moral code, right? And your moral code says that maybe Zip was wrong for how he handled the fight he had with Eyeshine. Can Zip be right in saying that he feels that you was wrong for selling pictures or whatever you did to get through prison?
Okay, so now let's deal with that. Where did you get that I sold pictures to get through in prison? Where that came from?
I mean, that's a part of the online, that's the back and forth.
No, sir. No, sir. We ain't going on no back and forth. We got to go off of facts. I want to know, where did you get that from, and where the facts that I ever did that.
I wasn't there in prison, so I don't know that you did that or not. I'm just saying that's what's floating in the same way you threw me in the bucket with Polite. That's floating.
No, that's not the same thing. Because you threw me in the bucket with them. I'm throwing the bucket with Polite because I done seen you up here debating with Polite. You done hug
right.
with the bucket.
But what I'm saying is public perception. So all right, so let me just do it like this. Is that false? You never sold pictures to make money to get through on?
No, sir, never. That's a fact. A brother asked me one time, right? I said, yo, I was getting money in jail. I was selling pictures and I was doing this and that, right? And he said, what? You something? I said, let me finish. He says, nah, you ain't finishing. You said that already. I said, nah, you got to let me finish and what I'm saying on how I did it. I made a video explaining and expressing when I said sold pictures. My ex-wife, when I was locked up, she was on the internet thing. I had no access to nothing. She was online with my pictures, playing as me, meeting people and talking to people. I didn't have to write nobody, I didn't do nothing. All I had to do was collect money. Anybody that knows Shaft, not 10 toes down, knows Shaft, knows that when I was in prison, I done had all the CO chicks having sex with females up in there. I was married 4 times, and I've been engaged 10 times. I got all facts, everything, all women. When I was locked up, no men came to see me. Guess who the only men that came to see me? Sonetta and my brother. I never had a visit from a man. I didn't get, okay, go ahead.
Right, but here's the thing, what I'm saying about the pictures, because my thing is not to get on to the pictures, because that's a whole, rabbit hole in and of itself. What I'm saying is judgment of how another man got through a situation. Like, what I'm saying is from your perspective, you can look at how somebody else handled their situation and judge, and then they're going to then turn around and look at your situation and judge. And what I'm saying is those things are not, in the grand scheme of things, how you got through prison. You did a good job of it. You took care of your body. Obviously, your mind's still sharp and intact. How Zip got through prison, he took care of his body and his mind. He made it through prison. He's still sharp and intact. What I'm saying is now that y'all are both free, we have larger priorities, and we got people that fall into the sphere of our influence. So instead of trying to force a square into a circle, right? If people don't want to align with you and you got access to Bimmy who's trying to do something and create a larger platform, whatever, why not get what Sonetta's doing and link Sonetta with Bimmy and highlight all of the teachers and the scholarship and put some money behind that, the actual teaching of the babies. If you got billionaires lined up, why try to put billions behind jail stories instead of putting billions into scholarship and teaching the babies?
Who said we was going to put billions behind or millions behind?
You said Bimmy reached out to you. He had
not me. He reached out to them.
No,
I wasn't in touch with none of them. Bimmy was reaching out to each one of them because at the time he was cool with each one of them individually, right? And this was Bimmy's plan. He said, listen, I'm going to build your own studios, right? Y'all can have your own joint, whatever you want. And we're going to have people come in and you're going to interview. Not that they going up there doing the same thing they doing over here. His thing was interviews. If I get LL Cool J, if I get 50 Cent, if I get this person, y'all all going to get a chance to interview that person. So his whole thing was he was going to build a studio for everybody for we can do interviews. We was going to make it podcasts. Not this where we be going back and forth and talking that. Bimmy's vision was, and their vision down there in Tennessee, in which I'm there. She's with that. They with building that. And introduced Sonetta to Bimmy before. It ain't like Bimmy wouldn't work with Sonetta. But that's what the whole goal was. And in a nutshell, right? The whole thing really was to get us all together and work together. And we could work together by having these different stars and people come together. So right now, what we're in the process of doing, me, Bimmy, and others, we got a series coming out, kind of like Power. It's a series that's coming out. It's going to have a whole lot of actors. Bimmy is starting his own podcast channel called The Park, where he's sitting down and interviewing people, not none of this back and forth dirty section stuff.
Okay. So I think I'm over my time though, but
No, you got 1 minute.
Oh, okay, I got 1 minute. All right, so I guess my last question. You familiar with the Diamond District, right?
Mm-hmm. I just came from there the day before yesterday.
Okay. You know that none of those Jewish people is unified with each other. None of those.
No, not all of them, but some of them are.
They only seem unified to outsiders because they all have a goal that they operate on. So what I'm saying is, again, going back to the top of the show, when teaching the babies, because everybody has babies to teach. Like Zip may not have children, but maybe his brother or his uncle, like his cousins, he got nieces, nephews. Everybody got a next generation coming up behind them. So when that becomes the priority once again, right? And I want to see, because again, it's cool if we interviewing LL Cool J and all that, but that ain't.
Ask your last question, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, that ain't teaching the babies. So will these platforms that y'all are building, you working on, will you be making sure that teaching the babies is going on? Is House of Consciousness going to be featured on these platforms?
Definitely House of Conscious definitely be on there. Now, when I say teaching the babies, me having rappers come up there definitely is teaching the babies. You know why? Because I'm giving you a story of where I came from and how I grew up. Babies, the same way you growing up, I'm going through the same thing. I suffer from the peer pressures, the poor impulse control, the misdirection, no daddy at home. I suffered the same things you went through. I went to prison and served 21 years, and I came home and look what I'm doing. Look how I'm making it happen. So you don't have to go through that and serve 21 years or use your community or your family or how you was raised as an excuse. Guess what? You could start a YouTube channel, right? And you could get paid from this channel. But just by seeing me up there, oh, hold on, this guy was a 87B 2735. I was a number before. Now I'm sitting up on a YouTube channel, got 10, 15, 30,000 people watching me. That's a big step. That's a big influence to the babies to see from where I came from.
Right.
Questions, Tim.
All right.
Explain him the rules, Si. He might not know how the lightning round go.
No. So now it's his goal to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah, my goal to ask you.
Okay, so now whenever you feel that he answered the question 10 toes, you can say, I want to move on. Because remember, this is your time. So you're allowing him the time on your time. So when you ask him the question, if you feel that you're satisfied with it, I want to move on. You ain't got to continue. All right, time will start when your first question is finished.
The closeness and the bond that you and Brother Polite shared. Did you know about these things that he was doing? I want to know. Did you know about any of these things, brother?
When I found out what he was doing, I was the loudest, most vocal person holding him and anybody that I even thought at the time was around him accountable for his actions. Absolutely.
Okay, and how did you hold him accountable? Just sum it up in just like 2 sentences. How did you hold him accountable?
As being as vocal as possible. I mean, I didn't physically chastise. I didn't put my hand.
Vocal. I know that. I mean, vocal as possible. Like, what did you say to hold him accountable, to be responsible, to be? What did you say?
I spoke to, I put it on blast. I spoke to the people. I brought light to the situation. We tried to comfort the family. I mean, every avenue you could probably think of, we went down that avenue.
So it wasn't more like accountability. It was more like exposing them, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You said accountability. Let's use the words that you was doing. You was exposing him.
Well, you expose the situation for accountability. So this is where I said earlier, when you use the term accountability, that another person could see that as exposing. Like, for instance, with Zip in the situation where I shine. For the people that don't know about it, you'd be exposing them to that for the first time. But your purpose of exposing it would be to create accountability in the situation.
Did you ever speak to Brother Polite after what he did? Phone calls, letters, seen him face-to-face conversations?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so when it comes to exposing or accountability, right? When you chastise the person, this is what I believe. After you chastise them, right? The healing begins when you start reaching out to other victims and making a difference in their lives. Have you done that?
Absolutely.
So you reached out to people that was molested sexually, young females, same thing in accordance with Brother Polite.
Larger than that, because I'm a domestic violence survivor. So I've reached out to people that have dealt with, that have been victims of abuse on all scales. And that's a part of healing, is a part of getting back into your physical. Because a lot of times the first thing that goes on with that is we start letting ourselves go. So being able to build ourselves back up physically and then mentally is the largest part, or at least the part that I contribute to in that space. So absolutely, though, I've helped people from all over the world in that vein.
Okay, so let me ask you this right here, right? Since you feel that a push-up challenge and all of these different challenges that help make a difference in that dirty section, that I should start doing that. What did you do to reconcile with you and Sinetta? Because I'm sure that y'all went at it.
Me and Sa just talked. And when we talked, we had the communication. And, from the communication, I realized that what I was attempting to hold Sinetta accountable for largely wasn't, it wasn't what it was. I was mistaken. I had the wrong impression. So I had to apologize to Sa. He apologized to me. We manned up. But that's because we have a certain maturity level that may not exist in everybody in the YouTube space, especially people that only been on the YouTube space for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. When you've been on YouTube a decade, it's different.
Okay, you said one thing that's I like the most. You said manned up, and that's all I've been telling these dudes over there is to man up. Now I already know what I'm dealing with when it comes to that section. I know I'm dealing with people that's still living in that same mentality of criminal and criminal thinking by the things they say and the way they live, by dehumanizing people, talking about people's families, kids, and all that. I know the way they went at Sinetta, his family, my cousins, and all of them. I know the mindset that they still have, and I can understand that, right? But the way you and him came together is because you manned up. So I think that this is your time now, Enqi Real. I think it's time for you to man up and step up, and you be the voice and go to them and say, you know what? I just had a debate with 10 toes down. Me and you need to talk, Zip. Me and you need to talk, China, Harlem. Get all of them and say you need to talk to them because you're the elder. You from the conscious community. Let's start bringing some consciousness to the goddamn dirty section. When that's going to start? My challenge to you.
So here's how we do it. Here's how we do it.
Let's go.
I'll do that as you work with me on the other side. So we'll build the bridge. Listen, we'll do it. Well, hold on. We'll build. I'm answering you. You gotta let me answer. We'll build the bridge. I'll do that. I'll reach out on my side and create some accountability or attempt to create some balance and some accountability. But on your side, I need to see some motion as well. So we can create an agreement, right, to work on both sides.
Okay, that's nothing. My side, that little thing you got me to do ain't nothing. Where you at? Where you from?
I'm from the Bronx. I'm from, Harlem, but I live in Detroit right now.
Oh, so you ain't even over here. You ain't even in New York, Jersey, none of this area.
Mm-mm.
Oh, so I can't pull up on you and call you out on that push-up. I can't call you out on that, huh?
Nah, but listen, this is why we got Instagram, and so we can get them in, bop, and throw them online. Hashtag, we use the hashtag Blue Magic Heart Challenge, right? Because here's the thing that made it kind of went a little viral, and a lot of people tapped in for a summer, but then they kind of, as the winter came, they kind of fell off. But we was doing this push-up challenge, 60 push-ups in 60 seconds. 60 push-ups in 60 seconds. And we was doing that for a couple of years. And after maybe 2 or 3 years of us doing that, Harvard actually released a study, a medical study, that said that men that could do more than 40 push-ups in less than 60 seconds have a 96% reduction of cardiovascular disease. So for me, understanding what that means for reproductive health, sexual health, mental health, longevity, that just added fire and steam in terms of us promoting the challenge, because there's not a drug.
You're going too long, Enqi. Stop right there.
It's not a drug on earth.
No, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. When he say stop, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop, Enqi. You keep going, brother. You can't keep going. You taking the floor and you start going off into
All
right, so then let me see.
2 minutes.
2 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what else I got for Enqi. I don't think I got no more questions for Enqi. I think I'm looking for this challenge now because I'm already doing the work already. I'm already, like I told you, on Sundays, I come out and I do the work already. I've been doing the work. I wish I had time to where I could just call my son in here right now, and he's 8 years old, and let him sit right here on my lap, and you question him about life and about who he is.
Woo!
And then you will see the work that I'm doing, because the work starts at home. I've been doing that work since home. So that's where it starts at. And look, this is why, I got to get this out. This is why I get at dude so hard, and I'm big on accountability, because the reason why I'm the way I am and so harsh with these guys is because they out here teaching these kids one thing, right? And these kids' mindset is this way, and I'm teaching my kid another way. So that my kid go out there, and them kids they teach it may be the murder of my kid, or rob or thief, or take my son's life. So that's why I go so hard, and that's why I say you can't put me in the same barrel that you put them in. Because I have a child, I have grandkids, and these are the ones that I teach, and I fear for them going out there running into them kids that them dudes out there talking to. Talk back to 10, I'm talking to you.
All right. So, man, powerful. I want to say we're going to open up we're going to open it up, y'all. Y'all have to come in and ask y'all questions, be respectful to both. Yeah, that was fire. I want to say, I got to say this to Enqi. 10 toes down questioning. Woo, that hit me. That surprised me that he would come in with the polite. Y'all see, y'all don't know. 10 been in the bushes watching all of this stuff. Me and 10, we even went to Brooklyn. So 10 toes even know the girl who polite, so-called, what they would say, did what he did. I ain't gonna say so-called, I'm gonna say did what he did to the girl. So 10 toes been in the bushes. He been watching. I want to say to you, Dr. Enqi, you might, when you get off of here, think Sarnetta have told him something. I have not spoken to him since we on the phone this morning. I have not told him to ask no. Hold up, listen. I have not asked him to ask no questions. So that was shocking to me that he would come. Am I right or wrong, 10?
That's a fact. I only went off of what Dr. Enqi said. So when he came up here, I have no notes or nothing. Once he started talking, I started writing everything down right here.
Right.
And that was where my questions came from. I built off of what he said.
I was like, oh shit, Enqi gonna think I done told him to say this and ask this, and hell no.
Listen, the butterfly effect is real. You know what I'm saying? We all influence each other one way or another. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose of us having this conversation, because each of us, we do different types of building, but when we start to have a conversation with somebody, that changes the direction, and somebody might see a different side of us.
But let me say this to you, Enqi. If you would have brought up somebody else, I think you could have had them. But you got the wrong man. Everything 10 Toes said, and I'm not just saying this because he family, but everything he said was truthful and honest. He wasn't about the other side. Whenever he talked about prison, he talked about why you should not go to prison. This is not good. You know, while the other people was talking that good stuff about why this is good, all you got to do is look at me and his interview, Enqi. Look at the interview me and him did. We talked about that where I brought him on and interviewed him. And so let me bring on Apostle right quick. Apostle have a question. What's up, Apostle?
Yeah, so I need to ask something of you. I need to talk to you privately.
Okay. I'll call you.
No, I can't wait. I need you to call me as soon as you can. This is important.
All right. Anybody else want to come up?
I'm gonna come back. I'll come back. Just keep me on the side and give me a call. Like something
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all two talk right quick. Go ahead, y'all two can talk. Hey, why don't you invite Enqi to your platform, 10 Toes, and you interview Enqi? That'll be powerful. Let Enqi come in and bring some consciousness over there. Just don't let them bring no medical talk, because they hitting channels that's dealing with medical. Anything medical, they shut them down. I don't know.
They hit my man with that. No, they hit my man channel with the medical, with the COVID thing.
See that? They even got you. They got me. I'm demonetized on both channels. So they hit me up.
The new thing they looking for now is monkeypox. So it's I know how to, I know what not to talk. I know what not to say. I know what not.
So Francis, Jose, you got a question for him? Can't hear you, brother. You got to get a better system.
My question.
There you go.
No, I'm. Yes, you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. I want to know, when is Enqi gonna jump into the police policy and with who? That's what I want to know.
Oh, Enqi, he battle scar ready. Enqi ain't new to this. It depends on who want to take him on. Enqi will get in the ring with anybody. Go ahead, talk to him, Enqi.
Yeah, I'm I'm good to go with. I'm still waiting on Reggie. I'm still waiting on Reggie, but I don't mind jumping in the ring.
Now Reggie not gonna debate him, man. Reggie don't debate.
Yeah, right. That's a wrap. So, it just had to be a topic that line up. You know what I'm saying? I actually heard Sonetta say something about the Bible and raising the dead that, me and Sa might have to have a live discussion about his views on the Bible. So we might have a little Bible, I'll be back to start some trouble shortly. I know y'all miss me starting shit over here. So I'll be back over here to create some conscious chaos.
Here's a good topic for you, Enqi.
What's your suggestion?
Here's a good topic for you, Enqi.
Okay, go ahead, give it to me.
Comedic spirituality versus comedic science.
Oh yeah, that'll be a great topic. That was going to be the topic, with Reggie. You know what I'm saying? But I don't duck no smoke. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody else want to jump in there, like Jabari, if Jabari want to have that conversation, that'd be good, because I don't really see Jabari jump into the scientific side of Kemet enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Jabari gets into the history and a lot of the scholastic or collegiate, but he don't really go into the chemistry side. And Kemet is literally, like, chemistry is named after Kemet. Like, a lot of these guys, this be my beef sometimes. Guys be studying, you got Jewish guys and Israelites, they study in the Hebrew language. You got Kemetic guys studying Medu Neter, and respectfully, none of them is going to actually meet Osiris. None of these guys is actually going to meet Yahweh or Jesus or this, but they will go to the doctor, right? And they go to the doctor, and when the doctors are talking, they don't understand anything the doctors are saying, because they have never invested any time or money in learning how their body works. They have never invested any money or time in learning their anatomy. So they don't know the language of science. They don't know how electricity is translated into, chemokines, myokines, cytokines, how those things are translated into peptides, proteins, hormones, pigments, and we don't. So when we go to the doctor, we at a total disadvantage. We at their mercy because we don't know the languages of our own body, but we study in Spanish, we study in Hebrew, we study in metal. So for me, a lot of times it's just a matter of getting the priorities. Our people are dying for lack of knowledge, not because they don't have access, but because they reject the knowledge. Hosea 4:6. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I'm glad to have this conversation with 10 Toes Down, because I think that we all live in our heads sometimes. We all live in our own circle sometimes, and we don't really know how the public sees us. So I think that I still hold fast to the point that most of the people know 10 for drama. Like right now, if you type in 10 Toes name in the algorithm, his name coming up with Whack, Hassan, Zip, blah, blah, blah. And I think this conversation, though, highlights a part of 10 Toes Down and things that he's been doing that have been getting overshadowed by some of those other things. So I think conversations like this is good. This is crosstalk.
Enqi, the only reason my name go cross with these guys' name in reference to the algorithm is because they're saying my name and I'm saying their name. So that's why it's going to be cross. If I start saying
I'm going, right?
It's going to cross with me. It's going to cross. If I start talking Enqi talk, we're going to cross in the algorithm. So that's how YouTube works. It throws everybody in the algorithm. And if it's all connecting, it's just going to throw it out there. And that's the videos that's going to pump. But you can't make it like it's coming out because I'm part of that. No, it's only coming out because of the name. They put my name in the title. They're speaking about me. They putting pictures up. And then I'm putting their name in titles and putting pictures up. But my challenge, but my focus isn't for them. Like I said, I don't want nobody to lose their channel. I don't want nobody to stop being able to eat off of this. My whole thing is, let's just come together. Why we can't just come together on the positive note and see how we can build? Me, Brother Saladin, try to get dudes to come over to Roku to start a whole joint over there, because he showed Roku that I got some people that's getting over 2 to 3 million views a month. If I bring them over here, we could get so much money. Nobody wanted to do it. Nobody want to come over and get the money. Everybody want to just continue with this back and forth, because everybody want to be the man. They want to hold it down. They on that, how we are as black people. They want to be. I ain't got no problem with bringing brothers on my channel. I ain't got no problem with sitting back, throwing my live on and letting the person run my whole platform. Long as he keep it respectful and talking about something that's going to reach people. I always tell people, yo, if you want to start a YouTube channel, hit 10 Toes Down up. I'll bring you up on my platform and you take it from there. Go ahead. It's yours. It's your channel now. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm about
Hey, hold up for 1 minute. Hold up for 1 minute while we got the people here. I need my moderators to find this link for the Cash App for our brother Apostle Zaquan, 1414. This is an emergency. Believe me, he would not even be here to ask nobody. Apostle, do you want to give a brief reason why you need this? Apostle?
Yeah.
He ain't
Thank
want to talk to nobody and tell him about it, because we know how we do with each other. When we get mad with each other, we start going in on each other's family. But I convinced the brother that he need to come on and tell the people why. So this is sad. I went through the same thing 3 years ago with mine. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I got a call from my sister this morning that our sister is on life support. Something happened at the place, the facility that she was at. And the phone call was confusing, so my sister started the way up there. And while she was on her way up to the facility, she got a phone call saying that they had to call the ambulance. Well, she's on life support, and they're saying if she doesn't show any improvement, tonight that tomorrow they're going to take her off. I'm in the middle.
Yes. Go ahead.
I'm in the middle of moving. I'm not liquid. I got $20 in the bank. I have no means of way of traveling. And the only thing I could think of was I need to be there. It's hard. It's difficult for me to do it. But if I don't do this, I won't be able to go. That's the bottom line.
Well, brother, I'm gonna say because you know, me and you bang on it. I told you I don't have no hate for you, so I'm gonna bless you with $1. I'm gonna send you $1 because I know you and your wife probably want to get there, and so that's why I'm saying I need the link. Oh, they found it. Okay, so his link is there. Can y'all post Apostle's link? Because I know you and your wife want to travel, so I'm gonna make sure that I'll bless you with $1 and whoever, if y'all got 5 or 10 or 20. Please look out for our brother. He comes through all the time. You know, he's here. And I just want to say I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So it is what it is. Judah, you want to say something?
Yes, thank you, Son Letter. First, I'm sorry to hear that, Elder Apostle. I definitely would help. You know, I'm all the way in Japan, so it's hard to convert the currency. I definitely would try to, you know, have a Cash App thingy too as well and help you out. You know, that's what I do. But it's hard to change the currency.
Right.
So you know, but I'll definitely say my prayers for you, brother or elder. I'm a, you know, I'm a younger.
Right.
So you know, all that foolishness that I be talking, man, just disregard all that. It's all foolishness. So I'm gonna say my prayers for you, elder.
Appreciate
you.
You. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I had just real quick. I wanted to give my I wanted to commend brother 10 Toes Down. You know, for the brother experiencing what he experienced with his time in prison, and then coming out and doing positive things. I don't have nothing. You know, I know how it is on these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? And the other brothers out here doing positive things for the youth and the younger brothers trying to steer them in the right direction. You know, I commend you for that, brother, because I know tons of people come out of prison and they go right back in. My father was in prison. You know, he didn't teach me nothing except for violence. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And I had a question for. Oh, he left.
Go ahead. Keep talking. He can hear you. He probably can hear you.
All right. And just a question real quick for Dr. Enqi. Dr. Enqi, do you think that physical health is more important than raising the psychology of our people?
When you say raising the psychology, are you equating raising the psychology to mental health?
Let me rephrase that. Maybe I picked the wrong word. Do you think physical health is more important than mental health? Well, because we use words like mental health. I like to use words like noetics, intellect, psychology, study of the mind, spirit.
Right. So the thing is that the health of the mind, right, is based on the health of the body. It's not possible to have a healthy mind without a healthy body. So it's not me necessarily saying that the physical health is more important than the mental health, but that's something that people don't understand the connection. So the first thing I got to do is bring light and try to educate people on the fact that 90% of your mental health comes from your physical health. Your brain is regulated by your heart. Cardiovascular disease is what is the largest killer in the community. Diabetes, high blood pressure.
Hey, I don't want to get into this. I do not. I know Enqi know what he's talking about. But this YouTube right now is crazy, bro. They took down, in case you didn't know, Enqi, me and Elder Yara just did a video last week. They took down the damn video and hit me with the strike. And the reason was I could share the screen and show everybody was because they said medical reasons. It was because of medical reasons, man. And they really cracking down on all of that, Enqi. I'm trying to tell you, if you go to HOK, you'll see most of my videos are gone, brother. Because in order for me to get my monetization back, I got to clean my video. And this crazy thing about it is that they don't tell you what videos you got to take down. They just leave it up to you to take. I got to go through all of that. And you know how much time consuming that is? I have over 2,000 damn videos. So
hey,
when it was for me, yes.
How many times did you tell that brother to stop and he kept going, man?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. But anyway, check your Cash App. Let me know if you're good.
Yeah, yeah, I see some things.
Go ahead. Let me know if you're good. Because I don't play games. When I say I'm going to look out for you, I look out for my brothers, man. I want to make sure I ain't send it to the wrong place.
Can I? 10 Toes is back. I just wanted to talk to the brother for a second. Is that okay?
Hold up.
You good, sir. Yeah.
All right, yo, let's keep that Cash App going for Pasu right now. Yeah. He need our help. If we can help him, help the brother out. Whatever you got, you know, I ain't asking nobody to goddamn match me. I'm not asking that. Just whatever you can look out for our brother. Go ahead, ask 10 Toes, brother.
All right. Somebody said that was a stupid question, but they must never heard of Stephen Hawking. That's why I said read books, raise your IQ. I just wanted to give 10 Toes, like I said before he left, I want to commend you, brother, for all that you've been through. You know what I'm saying? And going through the system and surviving and coming out healthy and then coming out and doing something positive for the younger generation, trying to steer them in the right direction. I'm familiar with your channel. You try to say that I was against you, brother. I'm not against you, brother. I know how it is on these YouTube streets. But I know a lot of brothers that have been through the system, like my father, they come out worse than they go in. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you for the positive steps you're taking, especially for our young brothers and trying to guide them in the right direction, man. So I just want to commend you for that, brother.
Definitely appreciate that, brother. Definitely.
All right. So you ain't got no question for him? Or you just had a statement?
No, sir. I just had a statement. I just wanted to commend the brother because last time I talked to 10 Toes, he was like, "Brother, you trying to unalive me?" I'm like, "What, brother? Like what? I ain't on that." But you know, he might have been joking around.
Oh,
you said what?
10 Toes was like last year. 10 Toes was on, and you know, he knows I'm Israelite, and he was like, "Man, you trying to unalive me or something?" He might have been just joking around, but you know, I'm like, "Come on, brother, I'm not on that." He was joking around, I think, but salute to 10 Toes down. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, brother. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna drop down.
No doubt. Anybody else want to come on? Yo, Apostle, you got a question for these brothers or no?
Apostle is focused on family right now. So
I know.
But I do got a question for Enqi because I'm you know, because you and Polite are very good friends, as I saw.
Nah, they was good friends.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Was. And 10 Toes asked you, had you had a chance to talk? You said no. I would ask, what would you say to Polite if you had a chance to talk to Polite today?
Good question.
What would you say to him?
If I had a chance to talk to Polite, I mean, I could. I don't think it's about having a chance. It's I think it's just a matter of, because the larger question, and I would ask. In fact, I'm gonna ask you that. That's a good question right there. That's a thought-provoking question. So what I'm gonna say is, yeah, that's a thought-provoking question. So what I'm gonna say is, somebody got their YouTube on. You got to mute the other. You got to mute your YouTube. So, but what I'm gonna say is it just depends on whether you think that somebody could be rehabilitated after that crime. So that's the question that I would ask or pose to you, Brother Apostle. Do you feel like somebody could be, like, for instance, because the larger question is, and I guess it's going to become a more pressing question as the time moves on, after he does his time, do you feel like he would be rehabilitated and welcomed back into the community? Would you feel like he's rehabilitated and welcome him back into the community?
If it just dealt with prison time, and he had no mental health, counseling. If he didn't go through no counseling, no, he just did his time. I would not want him in my neighborhood. If you say he just went and did his 7 years and now he's out on the street.
But what if he goes through the mental health process? Because I think that's a part of his sentence.
All right, stop.
Yeah.
Stop for 1 minute, Enqi. You and I know that polite, that nigga is the habitual liar. He lies about everything. I don't think he could be rehabilitated. And I would say, hell no. Hell no.
That's it. I don't know him.
Hold up. After me seeing that video, and I have never saw the video, when he sat down with the dude across from him, and the dude in polite told him, if Dr. York would have did this 100 and something children and came out and accused them, he still would be my master teacher. Something to that effect. So I would say, hell no. Hell no. No.
Excuse me, it was 1,000. I'm gonna go back on the backstage. He said 1,000 children with DNA.
Go ahead. Nepal had to come in on this one. Go ahead.
Shout out to Nepal. Shout out to Nepal. Jump off the top rope.
I don't want to interrupt. Y'all are doing great. Yes. Peace to Enqi, my brother 10 Toes, Dizali, Possum. My heart goes out to you, Judy Naz, everybody. But yes, he said 1,000 children with DNA evidence. I'm gonna go backstage now.
All right.
So 10 Toes, what's your take on that? Do you think a man could be rehabilitated for those type of charges?
Listen, when I was gone, right, I was in this program where I was a counselor and I had to counsel people who had the most heinous crimes. And when it came to the guys with the heinous crimes and such as his, or people that killed their children or committed rape against women or whatever, I don't believe that you can ever change that in a person, because I believe, this is my belief, I believe that it's a mental health issue. This is not a rehabilitation issue where you send them to jail when they change their ways. No, I think that mental health plays a big part in it. And if he get out, he's just going to look for the opportunity to do it again in a different way.
So with that being said, going around the panel, I'm going to go back to your original question, Brother Apostle, to me, and say that because I don't believe that it's possible to be rehabilitated, like most of the panel just said, me having an opportunity to speak to Polite, you know, I think we all have opportunity to speak to Polite. Like, we could just get the address to where he at, send him a kite. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not something that I would be interested in necessarily doing, because, you know, I don't see what positive, you know, what could come out of that in a positive light necessarily. So that's not something that has crossed my mind to have a conversation with Polite or whatever the case may be, because like everybody else, I don't necessarily see the possibility of, you know, and I didn't see him take accountability. And I think that might have changed people's perspective if he was more, you know, if he was, you know, if his mindset would have been different, you know, towards the situation. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's a good answer or acceptable answer to your question.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I appreciate your honesty, man. And the way you answered it. I don't think you could have answered it any better than you did. Both of you brothers, man, I commend y'all for, I seen 10 Toes Down. I seen your story when you came on Sarnetta. I think it was about a year, 2 years ago. I was impressed with that. Anybody that overcome in life, you got to honor it and admire that individual. Later on in life, after I got clean, from 14 to 22, I was a drug addict, IV user, heroin, bam, coke, anything that I could stick in my arm as a child. I got delivered at 22 but I was in my 40s when I decided to give back to the community, and I joined Baltimore Recovery. I gave 36 months there, helping people get out of jail and recover, give them the opportunity to get clean from drugs, not just sober from drugs, but ultimately clean, where they can stand as normal people in society. So that 36 months that I did at the recovery center, volunteering my time as a counselor, I learned that phrase how when A helps B, B helps A the most, because it really helped me to stay clean. Even in times like this, when it's easy to go back to doing things that you used to do if you're not careful and if you don't stay on your toes, if you don't make that firm commitment that that's not part of your life anymore. So anybody that has an opportunity, I like to believe that they would, but they're speaking with that brother the way y'all know him better than I do. It's just hard to say there's no hope for any that person, no hope. But I understand, man, because there are people that won't stay clean. They get clean, they stop using, but they go back and they do it back in all their lives. I've seen it.
All right, Apostle, because I know you can flow. See, the people love you over here, Apostle.
I
You
see
can look
that.
at the donation you got. Told you, man.
Yeah,
No
I
matter
see
what
that.
you think, me and you go in and I stop you. Ain't no hate personally, brother. I
Yeah,
wouldn't want to see my brothers going through something like that. I told you on the phone, I've been through that. 10 Toes know that with my
yeah,
sister Debbie. He'll tell you that with his cousin.
right.
So we've been through that. But guess what? Evil people on the internet will take my sister and put her up there and show her just to get a round of applause. And they did that. That's how wicked these niggas can be. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? People are evil like that, man.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
these are words of wisdom from Brother La. Yes. If you don't have anything nice to say about a person or a situation, it's best to be still and quiet. Yes, that's words of wisdom. I agree with that. That's
yeah,
words of wisdom, but sometimes, you know, we only human, Brother La. And sometimes we want to get back at somebody sometime, you know? You got to understand that. We were created to make mistakes, brother. There's no one, here goes some wisdom for you, brother. There's nobody on this earth that's going to get out of this thing without making plenty mistakes. We were made to make mistakes so that we can learn from them. You see what I'm saying? And the people that came before us, we still repeating the mistakes they made. So if we don't learn nothing from them, then we still doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's all. All right, let me go to my man DZ. What up, D's?
Great evening to you, Sir. How you doing, bruh?
Good, man. What's happening?
Everything's everything. I'm enjoying the show as usual. I was listening to the back and forth that the brother Enqi and the brother Ten Toes Down had. I must admit, this is the first time I've heard of the brother Ten Toes Down. But upon hearing his name, I pulled him up on YouTube and I did subscribe to his channel. My question is for Enqi, and regarding the topic of this conversation that you and the brother had. The title was, something about New York being where it's at now due to brothers like Ten Toes Down. My question is, in your eyes, Enqi, where is New York at now that something needs to be fixed? Where do you see New York as being at? And this is a two-part question, but that's the first part of my.
Good.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question to try to regain perspective. So this started as a reaction right? So 10 Toes put up the video, and his video is called Why New York is Losing. So as far as I'm concerned, New York is not losing. So I immediately, even though I'm living in Detroit, I've lived in Philly, I've lived in Atlanta, but everywhere that I've been, I've always let it be known I'm from 158th Street in the Bronx. I'm from 115th Street between 8th and 7th. Like, I've always let it be known that I'm a New Yorker. So when he said that, I immediately got offended. I was activated. I was triggered by why New York is losing, coming from a New Yorker. I'm like, hold up. You can't make a video saying New York is losing because of the dirty section of YouTube, because you participate in the dirty section of YouTube. So I'm getting ready to make a reaction video and come at 10. So I called Cy immediately because Cy is Switzerland. You know, 10 is his family. I'm like, oh, Cy, you know, I'm getting ready to go at 10 because he didn't put this video up. Yeah. So I like, hold up. I'm going to call 10 right now. And so when 10 get on the phone, 10 like, you know, here's my side and bop, 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 bop. So basically we on some, well, you know, I see you at 3 o'clock after school. You know what I'm saying? I see you at 3 o'clock after school.
Okay. Enqi, so real quick, Enqi. So perhaps I should have got some clarification from the brother 10 Toes, you know, as to what aspect of New York losing was he talking about? Because at first I thought he was talking about rap wise, hip hop wise. You know what I'm saying? Is he talking about the consciousness in New York is leaving, or the slang, or what? What exactly is it?
That's what you need to ask 10. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes, that's who I want to direct that question to. What aspect was he referring to?
Well, I was saying this is why New York is losing. And I didn't say nothing about the city, about the Big Apple, nothing about New York. I went off on the guys that's up here from New York that's representing it, misrepresenting it. And I'm saying this is why New York losing in reference to these guys and the way they misrepresent New York.
Okay.
But
So
also, I was saying we've been losing since the rap game too, since we gave our spot up. We had the rap game on lock. We lost in that battle, right? And gave it up. And I was saying like Jim Jones and Dipset no one was helping putting people on. I said, but when it comes to this YouTube thing, this is why New York is losing. And that's because nobody wants to come together. And that's my battle. My battle was us coming together. And this is why we're losing, because New York guys is up here and they shouting out all of this stuff. And this is why we're losing in respect to that.
Okay. Thank you. Now, as someone from the outside down in Florida, I did live up in Brooklyn for a while, but correct me if I am wrong. Has New York ever been, cohesive together? Because from the outside looking in, from people down south, we've always known you guys as being cocky. There can only be one. Y'all made hating cool. I think that's when New York lost it.
Nah, we ain't losing, brother. That's what makes us New York, because Harlem set the trend. People us, brother. They follow our dress style. They follow our hip hop. Look where the hip hop began. It began right here in New York. You see, people follow us. We set the mold. We set the trend. So that's why a lot of brothers hate on New York, but the women love the brothers from New York.
They love New York. They love New York.
Women love New York, bro.
Yeah,
y'all used to be damn cocky, bro. New York was known for being cocky. If something whack, you're going to call it whack. If someone whack, you're going to call them whack. But we trick y'all into accepting us.
Don't forget, we are the Mecca. Where do you think Malcolm had to come? Where do you think Marcus Garvey had to come? Where do you think all of these brothers, like even Martin Luther King, in order to get the word out, they all had to grace the platform of New York City, brother. All of them.
That's correct. New York. is the actual Mecca. A lot of people, younger people, got it twisted into thinking ATL is the Mecca. New York was the Mecca since the 60s.
That's
maybe
right.
the 50s, you know, finesse it. Everything that some of these other cities known for, New York did it first. But people must have forgot.
One question. Hey, brother Apostle, I want to let you know, Apostle. Sister Dots want to make sure you got her request as well. Dots, you know Dots, right? She go by the name of Daughters of the Sea right now in chat. Okay. All right, yeah. So, brother, you answered your own question, man. You know New York is popping, man. We the best, you know.
Listen, listen. New York never been united amongst New York, but New York has always been united everywhere else in the world. It's kind of like family, you know.
And you know why Atlanta is maybe popping right now, that you may say, is because where do you think New York is at? They all up in Atlanta. That's why I don't want to go to Atlanta. I don't want to go there. All of these, the family went up there. They went to Atlanta, bro. Yeah.
So tell her thank you.
Yes, she hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
So definitely though, New York always been united in terms of people from the outside trying to get us to infight. And I think right now in the YouTube space, I think Whack 100 is doing a good job of getting people from New York to fight against each other. I think Whack is good at that. So if anything that people see on YouTube and Clubhouse where it's even a matter of that going on, usually Whack 100 name is attached to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I came in to do the reaction to 10 anyway, is because we need to see that. We need to see more of the other side. Like in this conversation, you hear 10 Toes saying, I'm from House of Consciousness. I'm from House of, he repeated that. So we need to hear that. Like when he on Math Hoffa, he's some of these other places, and he, you know, they talking they shit or whatever the reason that got him to those platforms.
No, when he was on Math Hoffa, he did shout my name out. He did shout me out.
Saying the rest of the conversation, I want to hear some more of this workout, some more of this health conversation, you know, some more of that. Because listen, I watched it. I seen the fallout afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not trying to create the fallout from this video. So some things I'm just not discussing, but I'm saying I seen the videos. I seen all of them. I seen Math videos, the Haas. I seen the video you did with the on China. I seen the videos on Math, and then now Math.
Hey, let's face it, Enqi. You like that shit, Enqi. Come on, man.
He like that. He like that.
I never hide from that. I never hide from that. I said on this show early on, I'm a fan.
I can see you right now laughing and going crazy right now with them dudes, man.
Math done brought Misfit back onto the show because they said that Misfit was the reason him and his, you know, so.
See that? You like that drama, and you love that joint.
I stay in tune with the babies. I stay in tune with the street. I'm just saying that it got to be balanced. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that we don't need that.
Right.
I like the fact that people are now watching YouTube more than they're watching TV. I like the fact that YouTube is challenging the networks where Bill Cosby, you know what happened to him when he tried to.
But here's the thing, though. Think about what I'm about to say, and I'm not hating. Everybody go ahead, do your thing. Notice how YouTube is really not sending out the conscious information, because they not. At one point they was. Now they put a hold on my channel and they're not sending out my notifications. People call me, yo, I ain't know you was live. Apostle was one of them that even called me saying, I ain't know you was live. I just got it. And he be thinking that I'm live now. And I be like, brother, we did that like about 10 hours ago. So notice how you see all these other platforms getting 3,000 people watching, 5,000 people watching. But you're telling me a man that got that's close to 200,000 subscribers right there at the tip is only getting 300 people watching them. And then everybody is telling you, yo, man, I don't get no notifications, sir, because they got you shadow banned. So they let the nonsense go out. It's the same way with hip hop. Enqi, think about it. They are not letting the conscious music get the role. You got to be disrespecting a woman. The black woman is a B. You got to be killing niggas. You got to be doing all that. That's the music they want. They don't want that knowledge that's going to uplift the community.
I agree with that 1,000%. That's why when I heard the conversations, like we got some billionaires looking to bring some platforms and give more light to certain types of, I'm like, well, hold on. We need to bring that. Let's let's bring that. Let's talk about, let's get some of this teaching. Let's get, hashtag teach them babies. Like that's the hashtag. That's the type of hashtags I be promoting. Hashtag teach them babies. Hashtag generational health. Like let's put the spotlight on that. It's cool to have, interviews with LL or whoever, but we need to also in that same spot, in that same location, have some interviews where we're talking about what people could do in real time, for relief from cardiovascular disease and why their knees and their ankles and, like all of these things that people really suffering from in real time. That translates to mental illness because all of the mental illness people dealing with have roots in their physical health that a lot of times they let go for years because they have problems, they scared, or they just don't like going to the doctor for whatever reason. But on the flip side, they're not doing anything to ensure their own longevity. And so people are having problems that are developing over years and even decades, and to the point where we can't, and then we have situations where out of nowhere, people having emergencies and various things like that, where we need to be proactive. We need to jump on our health way before it becomes an emergency out of nowhere, because in reality, nobody's health just goes bad overnight. You know what I'm saying? We having a series of decisions that we make every day that lead up to decades of just not taking care of ourselves. And so that's, that's the thing that we got to have self-care conversations on these larger platforms where, people talking about coming home doing 20 years and blah, 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 or people talking about their house got shot up or I shot somebody else hot up, like all of those things, or even changing some of the narratives, like the YSL case. The YSL case, I was just talking with Chase and Caleb. Those are my two sons. I got 3 sons, but those are my 2 sons that live with me. I was talking to them about why the YSL case is so important right now, because they're trying to say that because Young Thug has a record label and that record label may or may not have gang members, active gang members signed to that record label, that he should go to jail for X amount of years in prison under the RICO Act. Well, that's going to have far-reaching implications because there's plenty of record labels that have active gang members that make music about gang activity. And so if that happens all across the music industry, we're going to have to look at some of these white executives. Like Leo Cohen came on the Breakfast Club and admitted that he know the people he's signing is into drugs, using drugs, selling drugs to get drugs, et cetera, but it makes for good music. So if we can have Thug on trial because he has, so I'm just saying some of these things we got to look at in more than a superficial way, even from the pop culture. So it's just a matter of changing some of these conversations. So I'm definitely going, I know 10 is going to hold me accountable. Literally, that's all he do is hold people accountable. So I'm definitely going to hold 10 accountable, and we're going to see what we can do, make some magic happen. Sa's the umbrella. I definitely thank Sa for allowing this conversation to happen. I thank 10 for coming over.
Yeah, let's close out. Let's close this thing out.
Yeah, thank 10 for being a part of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I even think it was good that he brung in, Lord Voldemort. That's what I call him on my platform. He who shall not be named.
All right, let me close out. Then I'm gonna let 10 close out, and I'm going to close out on this note right here. I am so very happy about my New York Knickerbockers. I think I think I will be able to get a chance in my lifetime to see a championship come to New York. Enqi have crossed over and now became a Detroit member of the Detroit Pistons.
I'm with LeBron. Wherever LeBron go, I'm with LeBron.
Trash. Enqi have joined now the Detroit Pistons. Trash, garbage, and I'm so proud of my New York Knickerbockers. Me and Apostle, damn near every Sunday, would get on the phone, and Apostle was so proud of his Washington football team. And I'd be like, they ain't going nowhere, Apostle. So we be talking our sports behind the scene. And when they get their butt kicked, he'd call me. When I look at them and they get their butt kicked, I'll call him. And we be having these conversations. I think me and you, Dr. Enqi, need to create a sports channel, and we need to do that thing together. I love Cameron and Mace. I watch their show all the time. I think they the funniest brothers on YouTube right now when I watch their sports stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love them brothers. They be going in. They have me dying, man. And that's my closer right there, my New York Knicks. If we don't win this year, I think we definitely going to win next year. But I'm going for this year. We got to go this year. Now, Paul, what are you doing? What you doing, Paul?
Paul basically saying the Knicks ain't winning no championship this year.
I know. See, go ahead, 10. You want to close us out?
Your line is muted. Your line is muted, 10.
All right, you unmuted. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to the House of Consciousness. Salute to everybody that came into the building. Salute to Brother Enqi. I always been following you, Enqi, and watching you. Matter of fact, not too long ago, I asked Sal what was up with Brother Enqi.
That's right.
Yeah, man, it was cool, man. I enjoyed the little back and forth. But Enqi, stay out that dirty section, man. You better stick with the House of Consciousness because they will eat you alive in there. You say one little thing wrong in there, Enqi, they will cuss you out, and you already know how they do over there. They will cuss you out and spit you out like nothing. And there's no boundaries over there. That's one of the biggest problems when it comes to that side. There's no boundary. There's no respect. There's no man. There's nothing. Everything is just, it's content. I can use it. It's a story. I can get paid for it. I could, everything is about, and my big thing is you're getting peanuts. You're not getting no real money. You're getting peanuts off of YouTube. What are you talking about? You acting like it's some big deal.
Let me pass the mic back to you too, Chef. And I'm going to tell you, you're right, because Polite found out the hard way. When Polite was going through the trial and all of this stuff, Polite called me and said, yo, Sonetta, can you get Whack 100 on the phone? Because I need to holler at Whack, because he heard Whack saying something. I said, yo, Polite, you sure you want Whack 100 on the phone? Yeah, I want him on the phone. Polite was talking that greasy like it was all good. I said, all right. I got Whack 100 on the phone. I said, yo, Whack, this is Polite. He want to talk to you. Man, y'all can go to that video, type in Whack 100 and Polite, and you'll see it. Man, Whack 100 chewed his ass out. It looked like you could see Polite crying through the phone, brother. He stopped him right in his tracks. You heard it, Enqi?
Of course.
And I said, I told you, nigga, leave this dirty sector alone, nigga. They ain't playing. So go ahead, Shaft. It's 100% correct.
Yeah, they definitely not playing over there, man. And they'll talk about your mama, they'll talk about your kids. And I know if you've been watching Enqi, you see how they been dragging Bimmy through the mud with no facts, no proof. Yep. It's been proven that the paperwork is fake. Me and Bimmy went up to see the dude who they said, that's how I went out my way. That's when I do my due diligence. Yo, Bim, let's go up and see the dude, man. Because they saying it came from him. Homie ain't got nothing to do with that. He like, I don't know how that got in there. He ain't got nothing to do with that. Then on top of that, they start talking about Bimmy's daughter now. Oh, his daughter's a rat. They seen that she was arrested, the newspaper, and there's nothing that says that she told or did nothing. It's just that she got arrested. And I'm like, damn, man, they just trying to shoot this brother down because they so mad at me and they can't get at me or get under my skin. They gonna go at the closest thing to me to
real
make
quick,
him look bad.
The people is like, who the hell is Bimmy? Can you let the people know who is Bimmy?
Well, Bimmy is known as the godfather of hip hop. He came through. He was part of the Supreme Team, which was a big drug organization in Queens. He got arrested. He wound up changing his life around. He served 3 years in prison. Came home, and Russell Simmons told him, "Yo,
about the Supreme Team, right?
Yeah, the Supreme Team. He came home, and Russell Simmons, because where he grew up in Queens, he knew all of them. Run DMC, Russell Simmons, and Russell Simmons told him, "Yo, listen, if you either going back to the streets with Preem and them, or I'm gonna get you a job at Def Jam." He got a job at Def Jam. He wound up doing songs with LL. He the one that created the GOAT, the GOAT GOAT. Them created that for LL's album. He started getting in, shaking hands with Lyle Cohen and Tommy Mottola. When he got deep into the industry, and he never looked back.
Is he here's the kid, uncle, brother?
Huh?
Is he Waka Flocka uncle that you know?
Yeah, that's Waka Flocka uncle. That's Big Deb's. That's Deb Anthony's brother. He got a big family. They known in Queens, and the sad part is that they trying to destroy his legacy. And as far as when I say the legacy, meaning from where he came from, the ugliness of the harshness of the streets, to being a business executive and creating all of these things and nonprofit organizations. He do a lot for the community, and they just trying to destroy his legacy, all because of me. They blame because he didn't tell you to stop doing. And the whole thing is, Bimmy come to me all the time and tell me, yo, just chill, man. Leave that thing alone. I'm a man. all right, bro. I ain't got to listen to him. You know what I'm saying? He's a big influence on me. But if I see something being done that's wrong, like I said, when it came to the dude China Brim with beating up his girlfriend, and then I got on record, I got the text and all that, I'm going to speak out against it. See, one of my big issues, I ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm tired. One of my big issues was every last one of them, right? I brought them all on my channel when they was nobody, meaning they didn't have no subscribers, nothing. Zip with the Drip, he didn't have that many views. He only had like 2,000 subs. I brought him on my channel and told the people, lock in, yo, check him out. Boom. I was helping everybody because, like I said, I come from the house of consciousness. We about building and doing and seeing our brothers win. He wound up getting all these subscribers and growing, and then they all flipped the script. They all jumped on Hassan Campbell bandwagon because they thought they was going to get views through him and get some of his subs. So I started to see that, damn, everything is about subs, content, and they just be up here just talking about each other. So then that's why I started even going harder. So I helped these brothers, every last one of them. I brought them all on my channel.
Yep.
They wouldn't have knew nothing about these dudes. I'm the one that brought them up there. I had dudes come up there to the point to where they even gave me accolades. They bigged me up for all the work that I've done. They did it. And now how all of a sudden, now you coming at me is this issue with me when and another thing that I stand on, I like to do things personal. I don't care about this video back and forth and all that. Where you at? Let's meet up. Let's stop this video thing. Let's take it off the camera, man. Enough of this camera shit, man. You've been to jail. You this thug. You tough. Okay, so meet up with me. Me and you, we don't need nobody else there, no nothing. And whatever way you want to handle it, we can handle it. And I always tell them, I'm coming in peace. I'm coming to embrace you as a brother. But if you want to fight or do anything, I'll bust your ass. And that's how you got to deal with dudes. See, you want to deal with them with a silver spoon. I'm not dealing with them like that. These is criminals. These is dudes that was locked up for murder, drugs, robbery, all kind of sexual shit going on. And I'm going to be nice and kind. Oh, yeah, let me just hold you accountable. I'm not doing it like that. I'm coming at you in your language. I'm going to speak to you in a language that the people can understand. And I'm going to talk to you the way you need to be spoken to. And that's what they don't like about me. They know they can't beat me on no field. They can't beat me on the YouTube. They can't beat me in real life. They can't beat me when it comes to money, education. They can't deal with me on no level. So they just start making up stuff. Oh, yeah, he was selling pictures. What would I have to do that for, man? I was it's a fact. I don't make stuff up, and it's not bigging up nothing. I've done so good. From being in prison, I'm one of the only, and get anybody to challenge this, I'm one of the only men that came home with a murder and other cases behind it that got a certificate of release of disability the day I left the prison. I'm the only one. ever gave something like that to. You got to wait 5 years and all that to get something like that. They said you done exceptionally well. I went to prison with 15 years, ended up doing 21. And those 6 years that I kept getting hit at the board, that's when I worked on myself. Those 15, I wasn't even working on myself. I took those 6 years and worked on myself. It only took 2 years when I got that epiphany in my mind, and I said, damn, I figured it out. I swear for the God, the universe, whatever it is. I said, I figured it out. I got it. I know how to get out of jail. I know how to stay out. And I know what it was I was doing wrong. And people was like, this nigga bugging out. They was like, yo, Staff, you bugging out. I'm like, I'm not bugging out. I got it. When I go to parole board, I'm going home. I'm out of here. I know what it is now. I figured it out. And when I went to that parole board, I knew what to say, how to say it, why. That's because I gained empathy, sympathy. I started to understand why I was able to do crime, because I didn't blame my community. This was all a choice that I made. And I began to understand that, you know what, if it worked for me, it can work for you, and it can work for them. But they all home still living in this prison cell, man. And that's the sad part. And I hate it. And that's why I always be asking YouTube when I make make videos. Sometimes I ask YouTube, can y'all please just shut all our channels down for about 2 months? Just shut it down, because when Hassan lost his channel, when he was demonetized, he was calling me every goddamn day.
Yeah, he was
calling me every day saying, yo, Ken, could you put some of my videos on your page? I'll pay you. He was telling, yo, brother, we got to come together. See, me and Sonetta went wrong over here. He was calling me every day with that, man. Once he got his channel back, he went right back to the snake he was, and that he is. And that's just with all of them. When they start getting their channels taken, and YouTube start playing with them, they start humbling themselves. Yo, brother, yo, my brothers. You start hearing brother, then now you part of the House of Consciousness now. No, I don't care, man. I don't care what you say and how you say it. I don't have no mercy on none of them, man, because I know when you at the top what you do. And that's why when it come to Brother Polite, when he was on top, when he was doing his thing, he looked down on everybody. He had the Versace, the Gucci, and all this stuff. When you seen him on TV in that courtroom, he was sad. His lips was dry. He didn't know what to say. He was looking every which way. All that knowledge and everything went out the window. He was like, poor little me became a victim. And that's the problem with these criminals today. Once they get locked up, day one, they're a victim. Oh, the police locked me up for some bullshit. They said I did this. I had 10 grams. I only had 5. They start minimizing their crimes and start crying. And that's when 10 Toes stepped in. Shut up, you B. You are nothing but a B. That's what you being right now, you punk. Man up. I want that tough dude that was over there talking like that. When I went in, I kept that same energy. I ain't give a goddamn. And there was a time where I didn't care. I wanted to die. And that's the sad part. Today, I want to live. The older I get, the more I want to live. And that's why I could talk to these kids, because I know how they feel. They out here gang and shooting in Chicago, doing all that. I can understand that, because I couldn't wait to die. I thought it was cool to die at 21, 15, 25 and all that. I thought that was cool. And I understand why these kids think that's cool, because of stupid, ignorant Negroes like them right there that tell them jail is fun, son. Go to jail. I held it down. It was cool. They don't tell them about the part with the crackers when they was telling them strip and looking up their butthole. I never see my asshole, but it's a bunch of white boys could tell you what my asshole looked like, because I was bending over for them every time I had to go on a visit to see my family. They don't tell you about the times when they was holding their pillow when my mom's was in her 40s and now she in her 80s. She lost all her hair. I went in, my mom's hair was long down on her back. She got a bald head now. She done got old and everything. They don't know about them times. They don't tell you about them times. I talk about them times, man, because that's what I believe in. Yo, Enqi, get with me, man. Shout out, man. Salute to everybody on the panel, man.
Before you go, 10 Toes, before you go, and Enqi, before y'all leave, does Bambaataa, you did a thing today, Si, on Bambaataa.
It was yesterday. See, you just got it today.
I just got it today. I just saw it. Okay. Does he get the same treatment, or does he get a welcome back in the community?
No, he gets the same treatment. He don't get no welcome back, brother. He don't. Okay. Let me just say this, Shaft.
Yo.
Need the interview with Bimmy. You said you're going to get me that interview. Get me that interview.
That ain't nothing. I'll get him on there. That's not nothing, man.
Go to him. I will drive to him. All right?
Okay.
You're going to get me that interview. I think that would be powerful. I would love that. So, yo, thank you, thank you, bro, for coming through. Appreciate that, for taking your time out to come through.
All right, brother.
Peace. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Yo,
I'm able to get out of here.
Stay right there. Stay right there, Apostle.
You heard?
All right. Say that again.
I'm gonna send you my number so you can send it to 10.
You got another number?
Well, you know how I'm gonna just
we gotta keep moving. Yeah, we do. I agree.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Peace. Peace, everybody. I want to thank everybody for showing love and support to Apostle. This is what I'm talking about, real brotherhood when we really need it. We could be mad at each other all day. We could be banging, but true love comes when we really need help from y'all. And I have always helped a lot of people, through the years of coming through. People would come through and say, Saul, can you help me with this? I do the best that I could. Sometimes I be reluctant to even want to ask because I know how we are as a people. But when I hear Apostle's story, I gotta help out and show some support, man. That's what I've been doing, and I still continue to do it to this day. So peace and black power. Apostle, you want to say something to all
I just want to, I want to thank them. They just made it possible for me to do what I got to do.
Thank you, brother.
Saturday morning, man. So I appreciate that. To everybody, even those that were not able to, but had it in their mind, hope to, I still thank you. Brother mentioned prayer. I need that too. Sometimes prayer can go further, but you got to pay for gas. I got to get my car put in the shop, get the oil change, and so I'm able to do that, and I appreciate that, man. I will be able to spend this time this weekend with my family.